Okay, guys. Right. Tried updating your Azure account to, but made some mess. Okay. Uh, Arvind, I think you can speak with me at around 10 o'clock because I'll have a continuous classes after that. So at 10, I think after 10, I think you should be able to speak with me. Just call Satish. Call the Quality Thoughts number. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So okay. So I think in the last class we had tried to create two resource groups, and then we had tried to understand how to create a virtual machine. Today also will not be doing much different. Okay, so command line extended.md. Okay. CLI extended first. Create an okay. I'll call it as Windows workload. Okay. Create an resource group. Okay, I'll put it in this way. Or follow this link to create a Windows VM. Okay, but don't forget size of the machine should be B1S. This is the only one stuff which I want. Okay, and please do this in first 10 minutes. Okay, and for this also I'm not asking you to learn anything new. I'm asking you to follow a documentation. Okay, I'll be sharing you that link. Okay, so please try to create this as quickly as possible. I'm pasting that in chat. Okay, and also I'm pasting that in questions. Wherever you find it comfortable, copy the link from there. First create a Windows workload. Okay, and now I want to have yesterday's commands and today's commands also. Okay, so right now it is 6:42. I am giving you a time of 8 minutes. Okay, 6:50 I'll continue, then we will dive into yesterday's commands, today's commands, and then look into what was actually happening. Am I clear on that? Sorry guys, have you guys started working on this? Yes. Yeah, please create this virtual machine. Yeah. Okay, guys. So some of you got errors. What was that? AZ VM resource group name, and the error which you got was admin hyphen username. Hmm. Okay, don't you think between admin hyphen username? Okay, what is it trying to tell? Is there any extra codes which you have given? I think you might have given some extra codes. Okay, uh, right. So, sorry. What did I've asked you to do? I've asked you to just execute this stuff, right? Okay. So first, let me create it for you. Let me do this stuff for you. Uh, Yesterday I said that I'll be doing Azure CLI everything from one place. So let us look into it. CLI April 20. Yes. We have installed an extension also over here, which is called as Visual Studio Azure Visual Studio extensions or Azure CLI extensions, right? So I'll be using that. Let us see what happens now. So I'll go to this. I'll create a file. Here I'll be calling it as windows.azcli. Okay. The reason why I have given the extension of azcli is only when you give an extension of azcli, your Azure CLI tools will start helping you. So the first one is I want to create a resource group. Okay. So you would be writing something like az group create hyphen location central US. Are you saying this is helping me out? Okay. You can either go or with name or resource group. I'll give hyphen name as learning for CLI. Are you seeing any difference between the way which you have done and which I am trying to do? So here I'm trying to take the help from Visual Studio Code. Okay. I'm typing the commands. Yeah, we'll fix the errors. Right? Yeah. Okay. Right. So Shravan, I think you have to delete the yesterday's resource group, sir. I'm not sure why you are still maintaining the yesterday's one. First go and delete that. Okay. Right. How to delete the storage group? Go and delete the resource group. There is no need for you to delete the storage group. Okay. Right. Go and delete the whole resource group. Right. So I have a resource group now. My resource group's name is learning from CLI. Now what is that he is asking you to do? Basically he's asking you to create a VM. Okay, which is a very simple command. Az VM create. So az VM create hyphen resource group. I'll be using learning from CLI and then hyphen name. I'll call my name as Qt dev. I think it will not take. I'll call it as win because I'm trying to create a Windows machine. Okay, and then hyphen image. So let me copy the image from here. Okay, and then hyphen admin username. I'll call it as Qt DevOps hyphen admin password. I'll call it as Mother India @123 because this is what I generally use. Anything else? No, after that he's asking me to open the port. Okay, I'll do that anyway. Okay, right, fine, fine. So I think I have the command now. Okay, so let us try to execute it. Oh, I have to give the size also, right? So fine. So you just try to tell me out of this what is the size. Okay, are you seeing size? How will I come to know what are the sizes, right? So what is the message which I'm trying to create? AZVM create. So Azure CLI, get into reference section, scroll down. You will be seeing a section called as virtual machines. We are trying to create a VM, AZVM create, right? And now there are many options over here. If you scroll down, okay, okay. So, uh, okay, right? So size, and then it says the size of the VM to be created. And now if you go into these details, you will try to find out the size. And my size will be standard underscore B1S. Done. Uh, okay, okay, okay. Now if I go over here, there is nothing which I need to do extra. I'm just going through the stuff again. Okay. It is trying to tell that if I don't give the location, it will try to take the location of the resource group, and my resource group is in the right place. That's it. Let us see. Okay. I can go into PowerShell and run this command, or from here itself, I can just say run line in terminal and all of that stuff. But for today, that is too. It's okay. Let me go over here. Oh, it will fail because I don't have a resource group yet. First, let me create a resource group. So you would rarely see errors if you are using this Visual Studio Code because it will help you out with the whole stuff. Okay. And if you have this Visual Studio Code along with that documentation page, your chances of doing the stuff wrongly is very, very less. Now, I'll copy these two commands, create a resource group, create a virtual machine. But understand one thing, you should go through all the options. Name of the virtual machine, resource group. Okay. So accelerated networking, it tries to tell that it enables accelerated networking. If you don't specify, it will take the value as false. Admin password. Okay. Password of the VM if the authentication type is password. Okay, that means that somewhere else you can basically go and change it. Okay. Types of authentication that can be used for machines. For Windows, it tries to use the password authentication, and for Linux machines, it will try to take SSH key based. So if you want to change, you can change the authentication type over here. Okay. And then there is something called as assign identity. If you go through everything, there is a field, and that field will try to tell you what will happen whenever you try to do it. So when you say generate SSH keys, it tries to tell that your keys will be stored in your home directory .sh directory. Yesterday, a lot of people have asked me what is this generate SSH keys. If you do generate SSH keys, okay, in your home directory. So in Windows, the home directory is C drive, okay, users and Qt. And in this, you will be seeing .sh directory. So here there will be some files that will be created. That is what it is trying to tell. So image. So you need to get the image, and then he's trying to tell that if you want to get the list of images, you can use the AZVM list, VM image list. You can get through this, right? So I want you to go through all of this. How many of you have done this? Okay, because I think we have already discussed about uh, going through this page. Okay, if you basically click on this, it will try to tell what are your virtual machines sizes and everything, and those sizes have to be written in the format of standard or premium, right? So if you see over here, the default value is standard underscore D1 DS1. What we want is B1S. So standard underscore B1S is what you're trying to write. Okay. So it is trying to basically create. Now let me get into my portal. This is what I have asked. When you have a documentation and when you type the commands, yes, we will definitely be able to work through it. Okay. But to understand the commands, yeah, we need to do little bit more. That is read through the documentation of the command which you are trying to. So if I think, yeah, we have given the machine as qt dev wind. Okay. So I think it is done. Now let me do one thing. Let me create a Linux machine also, which you have done in the last class. Create a Windows VM. And now create a Linux VM with size B1S. So I'll be using AZ VM create hyphen resource group, which is again learning from CLI. I'll try to give hyphen name qt dev linux, or I'll call it as qt dev nix. Okay, hyphen image. So Azure VM quick start. Okay, I just want the image name. That's the reason. Okay, so image. I'm taking this Ubuntu LTS. Okay, and then there is something which I'm not. Uh, okay, fine. We have a documentation, right? So AZVM create. Okay, hyphen size standard underscore B1S hyphen admin hyphen username. I'll give it as qt devops, and then I'll try to call it as generate SSH keys. I'll not go with generate SSH keys. I'll tell you the reason, because I don't want to mess up my .sh folders. So what I'll try to do is, let me basically go over here. over here they have written something called as authentication type. Okay, and authentication type has values all, password and SSH. I'm trying to set authentication type is password. See, you have to follow the casing also, and then I'll give admin password. The reason why I'm not generating SSH keys is because I don't want to what do you call, mess with my .sh folder, because there are many other softwares which are linked with this. That's the only reason. Okay, but in the Cloud Shell, if I have run the same thing, I would have given generate SSH keys. Now let me copy this and let me run this. All right. By default, which subscription it will take? When you do AZ login, okay, when you do AZ login, right, it will basically tell you the subscription ID of what it has taken. Okay. Rehan's question is, I have not seen you doing AZ login. How is it working? Okay, because I have not done the AZ logout last time whenever I have logged in. So whenever you are using CLI commands, the basic expectation is you go through these options. These options tell you loads and loads of stuff. Okay. Tomorrow, whenever you want to change anything, you can basically do it from here. Okay. It has given you the whole stuff. Okay. We got a public IP address. We got the public IP address over here. And now if you go to the quick start documentation over here, after you get, he is trying to tell that, okay, can you open the port 80? Okay. If you want to connect through the web traffic, then you will execute your commands. Yeah, fine. That's all fine. Okay. Now let me basically try to log in into these machines from here itself. First, okay. Let me try to connect to a Windows machine. Windows machine's public IP address is this. I'll copy this. From here, I'll try to execute mstsc. Okay. Then it is asking what is your username. My username, I think I've given it as Qt DevOps. And my password was Mother India @123. So it is trying to connect to a Windows machine which I have created. So while it is doing its job, let me try to connect to a Linux machine now. SSH. Okay. So this is what it is. Let me minimize it. SSH Qt DevOps @ okay. I think I've given the same password. So am I able to log in? So in this machine, I can basically go and execute any Linux commands, any Ubuntu commands, because this is a Ubuntu machine. Yeah. And this machine is under construction. Yeah, it takes time because it is a machine with 1 GB of RAM and one virtual CPU and all of that stuff. Okay. All right. Now, do I have machines in with me now? Okay. I'll exit both of them. Okay. Right. when you are trying to create a VM, it is going through the free subscription, and then you are unable to create the subscription, see even the size, because you have upgraded your account to a default account. Okay, right, good. So in that cases, what you can do is basically go to the subscriptions. Okay, right, and if you look at the subscription, okay, man, how can I basically show you that I have only one subscription? Okay, I'll do one thing for you to solve this. Okay, for the people, for the person who are getting issues with respect to free subscriptions, go to github.com/qtdevops/Azure issues. In this, there is a issues page. Okay, and I want you to raise your issue over here. I want to raise your issue over here, and people will try to help you out over here. So for the people who are having issues, try to paste it over here. Okay. So for example, there was a issue which was written over here, and narration Manikanta has given you some answers around it. Follow them. Okay. So when you try to write an issue, okay, how do you manage a run list? First of all, why is this question in Azure? Right. Okay, fine. Whatever it is. So whatever issue which you have, try to create an account in GitHub, okay, with the name which we can identify you, and then raise an issue over here if you are facing any problems. So Ram, you can do the same thing. Am I clear on this? I'm basically sharing this link with you. Okay, am I not audible? Am I audible to others? Yeah. Ramchandra Rao, okay, okay, good, okay, right. So if you have any issues, you can raise it over here, but please ensure that you try to use a email ID or username with which we can identify you. Okay, because we want to help our students, not all the students around the planet, right? We don't have that much time. Am I clear on this? Right. Now what I want to do is I want to shut down or deallocate VMs. What did I want to do? Deallocate VM. What is deallocate? Shutdown will basically shut down your operating system, but it will not remove the resources. But I want to deallocate the VM. Now, how do I do that? Okay, go into Azure CLI. Okay, you go to this documentation, scroll down, you will see a section called as reference. Right now we are dealing with virtual machines. In virtual machines are using deallocate. So what is it trying to tell? AZVM deallocate, and I can pass hyphen IDs. I can pass hyphen IDs. Okay, right. So if you go into the virtual machines earlier, we had the list of virtual machine IDs. So for example, this was a virtual machine ID and this was a virtual machines ID. So let us basically get the list of VMs. Okay, get the list of the VMs. So how do you get the list of the VMs? Are you using AZVM list? Okay, so I'll try to give AZVM list. Okay, we have to understand one language over here, one query language. Okay, we'll be doing that very soon. Okay, which is called as JMES, which is called as JMES. Okay, I can give a glimpse of what the JMES looks like. Okay. So are you saying you are getting exactly the things whatever you are interested in? Okay. So but I will not do that today. Today I'll basically restrict myself to hyphen resource group learning from CLI. Learning for CLI, is it? Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. Right. Copy the ID of the VM. Okay. Now let me go into the first VM. Okay. Right. So this is my first VM. Are you seeing this ID? This is the first ID. Now AZ VM deallocate. Okay. And then you have to give. There are many ways of doing this. You can give deallocate by giving name or ID. We will do one by name and one by ID. So hyphen resource group. Okay. Learning for CLI. There is no need for you to pass a resource group if you give the ID. Okay. So hyphen IDs. So let me go over here and run this. Okay. Deallocate Linux VM. Okay. And then deallocate Windows VM. You can give multiple options. Anything, there is nothing called as right or wrong over here, right? So whatever you try to, or whatever you think is the information which you have. Okay. Resource group learning for CLI, and here I can give hyphen name. And what is the name which I have given for Windows machine over here? Right. So that's it. Okay. That is saying option resource group will be ignored because of IDs. If you have given ID, it will have everything. It will have subscription. It will have resource group. It will have everything over there. Yeah. So today, one change which I want you guys to adapt is start using Visual Studio Code. That is the first thing. Okay. And don't use only one way of doing the things, and don't just stick to the documentation. Come down to the documentation of the individual command and see what are the possible options. So for example, if I wanted to delete the VM, I could have shown you only the name. I don't want to do that. Okay. I want to try both the options. Okay. Deallocating the VM takes time. Okay. If you don't want to wait for that much time, you can give hyphen no wait. So then what happens? You will not be waiting. It will happen in the background. Okay. So now what I can do is I can open other PowerShell window. In other PowerShell window, I will give hyphen no wait. So I want to stop a Windows machine. Okay. But I give it as hyphen No, wait. Now let us see what happens. So if you see, it has basically not stopped me from executing the other command. It has basically come, and in the background, your VMs are basically getting deallocated. Okay. And now, how do I basically get to know what is happening with respect to VMs now? So I'll basically say az VM list hyphen hyphen. Let me go to az VM list. And if you scroll down, you can give either hyphen hyphen resource group, or you can give one small letter which is called as hyphen G. So hyphen G learning for CLI. Okay. Now let us look at the whole stuff. So this is the whole information about your VM. So it is trying to tell what is this VM's name? Qt dev nix. Okay, good. Okay, this is the OS profile. Okay, we have whole information, and then this is Windows machine. Okay, so in this Windows machine, you have basically it has given all of that stuff. Okay, and now if you look at these machines, right, you have to go through and search for each values by scrolling them, which is not a good idea. We have to get rid of it. So right now, the only option which we have is go into portal, get into virtual machines. Okay, and now here if you see, are you seeing virtual machine and then the status? So here it is stopped and deallocated. Here these two machines are in deallocating state. So from CLI also, can I get a state, or can I get something which which is interesting to me rather than the whole stuff? So for example, I did AZ VM list and I got a whole nonsense over here. All right, I got a whole stuff. So for example, I had to go through everything. Okay, so you go through all of them individually in an alphabetical order. Okay, provisioning state. Okay, right. So I don't want to do this. I just want to see what is necessary for me. Is that possible? The answer of that is absolutely it is possible. But for that, you need to know a little bit about JSON, and you need to know, we will be learning something called as JMES. JMES, right? Okay. First, let me write this. In CLI, I think we have, but where was I writing the stuff? Okay. Windows virtual machine. Right. Okay. Right. First, let me finish this, and then I'll create a Linux VM. Okay. Okay. Get the list of VMs. And deallocate them, and deallocate them. Am I clear on this? So this is what we have done. Okay. So now let us see what is the state of this VMs. One problem which we still have is, right, if we want to see if our machine is deallocated or stopped, I don't want to go to UI to find it out, right? So is there any option in CLI which can help me out for getting the values, okay? So today JSON tutorial. Okay, everyone who is registered for Quality Thought, okay, would have received an email from Qt with JSON tutorial, right? So if you have not, try to write to qualitythought.in@gmail.com. I want you to basically go through this and come down so that we can narrow down our queries to something which looks like, okay, AZ VM list. Okay, are you seeing this? I might be writing something like dot id. Sorry. Okay, so or I might be writing so dot name. Okay. So when I did this, it is trying to tell me an error. Okay, but how to write it correctly? So what is this whole format which I'm trying to write? Okay, but when I did this, let me see if it is working correctly. Yeah. So did I got the VM names? Yeah. So what is the shortcut stuff which I'm trying to write? So how will I write that? And that is exactly what we will be learning. And I'll be giving you a link to that one also for the people who are good with JSON. Okay. Once you are done with JSON, okay. So this is what you'll be using. Am I clear? So our class will be dependent on these two things tomorrow. How to write queries. Okay. And now if you have seen, I have just basically what do you call it? Deallocated the VMs, right? I don't want those VMs anymore. So what will I do? AZ group delete hyphen name learning for CLI. There is no point in having something which we can create every day with simple commands. So my recommendation is please delete it. There is no need for you to have a machines which you can create by simple commands. Okay. Why do you want to burn down your free time? Yeah. Okay. So yesterday you got upgrade your free retire account to pay as you go, and the amount deducted 2,200. If you get cancel subscription, amount reversed or not. So first thing is when you upgrade your account to pay as you go, it will not. The amount should not be deducted. First write a mail to Microsoft. Why did that happen? Okay, that's the first question. Okay, that's how you can get your amount reversed. Yeah, right. Can we open other PowerShell in parallel? Yeah, you can open as many shell terminal sessions in parallel as you want, but you cannot do the same operation twice. So for example, I cannot tell open other PowerShell and try to do the same command again. I might get a wrong state, but if you want to execute something else which has no relation with this, yes, it is possible. Yeah, yeah. Please write a mail to Quality Thought, write a mail to Microsoft asking on why the amount has been deducted. They will revert you back. Yeah. Okay. What are the commands to change AZ subscription? Okay, right. So I have given you reference path. Okay. In here, find out if there is something called as subscriptions. Okay. Are there anything over here, Jitendra? Okay. So when the way we basically find commands for virtual machines or anything in Azure is the same story. There will be no different. Find it out from here. Okay. Yeah, you have just now based it out, right? And you want me to help me out immediately. That is not going to happen. It will take some time. Okay. Yes. Yes. You have to send a mail to Microsoft. Then they will refund, because sometimes what you do is you don't select pay as you go, you select developer, you select enterprise subscriptions. Yeah, they will revert you back. Microsoft doesn't want your hard-earned money until unless you really want to use Azure. They will refund you. Yeah. Okay, guys. So I think today I want you to do the same exercise whatever you have done yesterday, but by reading every possible option which you have used. Okay. So I think I've shown you the way of writing everything in the AZ CLI commands in Visual Studio Code, where it starts to help you out. And the second thing which I want you to do is, okay, whenever you're using any CLI commands, please read them completely when it comes to documentation of it. Okay. These are the only two things which you want to do, and you would have received a mail from Quality Thought with JSON tutorial. Go through that, and tomorrow we'll be speaking about JMES path. JMES path, and then we will get into PowerShell to do exactly what we have done. Okay, in CLI in PowerShell also. Right? Yeah. Okay. Am I clear on this? Yeah. Okay. So today's job is very simple. You have very simple exercise to be done today. Okay. Whatever you have done, try to do this, redo the same thing, but this time with a better understanding on the CLI and the CLI commands. Go through every commands, see all the possible options and examples, not just the documentation. Clear on that? Right? Okay, guys. Then. So I think that is what I had. Okay. So tomorrow we'll be speaking about JMES path, the important paths which are essential for you. Okay. And then once we basically understand that, then we will be navigating to Azure PowerShell for VM creations. What is the difference between Azure CLI compared to Azure PowerShell? There are two different ways, two different terms. PowerShell will have PowerShell benefits. CLI is a command line which is built, which can run anywhere. PowerShell comes with that PowerShell kind of advantages, right? So let us start at least PowerShell to understand the differences between them. Yeah. Okay. Right then. Okay, guys. So I think that's what I had, and we will basically meet again tomorrow to continue this discussion. Thanks.